Narrator. Hello and a very warm welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. Do you have a clear vision for your future, both personally and professionally? Do you know what steps you need to take to turn your aspirations into reality? Well, today we're going to delve into the common and profoundly impactful topic of setting goals. Whether it's aiming for a promotion, learning a new skill, saving for a major purchase, or improving personal well-being, the act of setting clear, actionable goals is fundamental to personal growth and achieving meaningful success. It provides direction, boosts motivation, and allows us to track progress. Without goals, we often drift, reacting to circumstances rather than proactively shaping our lives. Today, we'll listen to an insightful and practical conversation between two professionals, Daniel and Olivia, as they discuss their experiences with setting and pursuing goals, and share strategies they've found effective. By listening to their discussion, you'll not only enhance your English comprehension but also gain valuable vocabulary for discussing personal and professional objectives and learn practical approaches for charting your own course to success. And remember to stay with us until the end of their conversation, where we'll have a practice session designed to help you actively engage with the language and concepts they explore. So, take a moment to reflect on your own ambitions, listen attentively, and let's explore the multifaceted world of setting goals together. Daniel, hi Olivia. It's good to connect with you. I was just reviewing my personal development plan for the year, and it got me thinking about how central setting goals is to everything we do. What are some of your initial thoughts or common challenges you've faced with defining your objectives? Olivia, hi Daniel. It's great to chat with you too. You've hit on a really important point. For me, one of the most persistent challenges has been setting goals that are too vague. I might say, I want to be more successful, but without defining what successful means, it's impossible to track progress. Daniel, absolutely. That feeling of wanting to achieve something big but not knowing exactly what it is can be incredibly frustrating. I've definitely experienced that. Another challenge I faced is setting too many goals at once and feeling overwhelmed by the sheer number of commitments. Olivia, yes, the dreaded endless list of resolutions. It requires a lot of discipline to narrow down your focus. Sometimes we also struggle with the fear of failure, which can prevent us from setting ambitious goals in the first place or even from starting. Daniel, exactly. And sometimes, even when the goal is clear, procrastination can creep in, delaying progress. What about the why behind setting goals? Was there a specific moment for you when you realized the profound importance of deliberate goal setting? Olivia, several times. For me, it often became apparent when I felt a sense of drifting or stagnation in my career or personal life. Realizing I wasn't proactively shaping my future, but merely reacting to circumstances, was a clear sign. Creates a lot of unfulfilled potential. Daniel, definitely. The feeling of not being in control of your own trajectory can be quite disheartening. Another challenge I've personally grappled with is underestimating the time or resources required to achieve a significant goal, leading to disillusionment. Olivia, I can relate to that. The optimism bias, when planning, can certainly lead to unrealistic expectations. So, how have you typically dealt with the initial overwhelming feeling when you have a big aspiration? What basic strategies have you found effective for getting started? Daniel, for me, it's been crucial to start with clarifying the why. Why is this goal important to me? What will achieving it truly mean? Understanding the deep motivation behind it helps me stay committed even when things get tough. Then I try to make them smart. Olivia, that's a great tip. Connecting to the deeper purpose is powerful. And yes, the SMART framework is invaluable. For those listening, that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I've found that ensuring my goals meet these criteria makes them much more actionable. Daniel, that's a thorough approach. I've found that being intentional about making goals SMART helps me avoid those vague aspirations. And breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps has been crucial. A big goal can feel less daunting when you have clear, smaller milestones. Olivia, that's a proactive way to handle it. I've found that this process, sometimes called chunking, helps to maintain momentum and provides a sense of accomplishment along the way. And it's not just about long-term goals, is it? We need to balance short-term goals with those grander visions. Daniel, And what about the interplay between short-term and long-term goals? How do you manage both, ensuring they align? Olivia, for me, short-term goals are the stepping stones to long-term ones. For instance, if my long-term goal is to become a senior manager, a short-term goal might be to complete a specific leadership course this quarter. They should feed into each other, creating a clear pathway. Daniel, those are excellent strategies. I've also found that regularly reviewing my progress on both short-term and long-term goals helps me stay on track and make adjustments as needed. It's not just about setting them, but about actively managing them. And how do you use visualization in your goal-setting process? Olivia, visualization is incredibly powerful. I spend time mentally rehearsing what it will feel like to achieve the goal, imagining the steps involved and the positive outcomes. It helps to reinforce my motivation and belief in myself. It's like creating a mental blueprint for success. Daniel, that's a great point. It's an ongoing process of envisioning and working towards your aspirations. What about some of the less obvious challenges when it comes to pursuing goals? Have you encountered any of those? Olivia, one that comes to mind is when you face setbacks or unexpected obstacles. Life happens and your carefully laid plans can get disrupted. Feeling discouraged or even wanting to give up can be quite challenging. Daniel, oh, that's a big one. Feeling derailed can really impact your motivation. How have you addressed that? Olivia, I've tried to be more proactive in accepting that setbacks are part of the journey, not a sign of failure. I practice flexibility and adaptation, adjusting the timeline or the specific approach to the goal, rather than abandoning it entirely. I also focus on learning from the obstacle. Daniel, that's a good way to maintain resilience. Another subtle challenge can be a lack of accountability, where you set goals but don't share them with anyone, making it easier to let them slide. Olivia, absolutely. That internal commitment is important, but external accountability can be a game changer. Trying to build a healthier internal narrative and focusing on professionalism and integrity can help you navigate those waters. I often share my goals with a trusted friend or mentor, which provides an extra layer of motivation. Daniel, that's a healthy approach. What about when you achieve a goal? How do you celebrate milestones to keep yourself motivated for the next one? Olivia, that's incredibly important. I make sure to consciously celebrate milestones, even small ones. Could be treating myself to something I enjoy or simply acknowledging the hard work I put in. Recognition, even self-recognition, reinforces the positive behavior. Daniel, that's a great point. Recognizing progress fuels future effort. What about the challenge of staying motivated over the long haul, especially with very ambitious goals that take years to achieve? Olivia, it's a constant journey. For me, it involves regularly revisiting my why, reminding myself of the big picture. Prioritizing self-care activities and breaking down those long-term goals into a series of achievable short-term goals helps keep the momentum going. And connecting with others who are also pursuing their goals can provide invaluable inspiration. Daniel, absolutely. Making time for self-reflection and building self-compassion is crucial for long-term well-being and preventing emotional burnout. It's not always easy, but it's vital. Olivia, so it seems like setting goals is multifaceted and involves everything from initial clarity and robust planning to disciplined execution and resilient adaptation. Daniel, exactly. And the way we approach goal setting can significantly impact our career trajectory, our overall happiness, and our sense of purpose. Developing clarity, strong commitment, and flexibility are key. Olivia, I agree. And learning from each goal-setting experience and adapting your strategies over time is also important. What works for one type of goal might not work for another. Daniel, that's a great point. It's an ongoing process of learning and refinement. Olivia, well, Daniel, this has been a really insightful conversation. It's good to know that many of these aspects are universal and that there are strategies we can use to improve. Daniel, absolutely, Olivia. Sharing these experiences can be really helpful. It reminds us that setting goals, while challenging, is a powerful tool for self-direction and personal growth, and it's a skill that can be developed and refined with consistent practice and the right approach. Narrator. That was a truly insightful and relatable conversation between Daniel and Olivia, exploring the diverse and often complex landscape of setting goals. They shared practical strategies for overcoming vagueness and procrastination, utilizing frameworks like SMART goals, breaking down objectives, handling setbacks, and maintaining motivation over time. Now, let's move on to our practice session to help you actively engage with the language and concepts they explored. Practice section. Part 1. Vocabulary of setting goals. Let's review some key vocabulary and phrases related to setting goals that Daniel and Olivia used. Setting goals. The process of deciding what you want to achieve and planning the actions you will take to achieve them. Think about. Why is setting goals considered a fundamental skill for personal growth? Define objectives. To clearly state what you intend to achieve. Why is it important to define objectives before starting a project? Vague goals. Goals that are unclear, imprecise, or not well defined. What are the consequences of setting vague goals? A sheer number of commitments, an extremely large quantity of obligations or tasks. How can the sheer number of commitments lead to feeling overwhelmed? Fear of failure. An anxiety or apprehension about not succeeding. How can the fear of failure prevent someone from setting ambitious goals? Procrastination. The action of delaying or postponing something. What role does procrastination often play in not achieving goals? Drifting/stagnation. Moving aimlessly or without clear direction/ the state of not developing or progressing. How can a lack of goal setting lead to a feeling of drifting or stagnation? Unfulfilled potential. The state of not achieving what one is capable of. What is the link between not setting goals and unfulfilled potential? Underestimating time/resources, forming an estimate that is too low. Why is underestimating time or resources a common challenge in goal setting? Disillusionment. A feeling of disappointment resulting from the discovery that something is not as good as one believed it to be. What can lead to disillusionment when pursuing goals? Optimism bias. A cognitive bias that causes a person to believe that they are less at risk of experiencing a negative event compared to others. How does optimism bias affect the planning phase of goal setting? Clarifying the why. Understanding the underlying reasons or motivations for pursuing a goal. Why is clarifying the why crucial for long-term commitment to a goal? SMART framework. A methodology for setting goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. How does the SMART framework make goals more actionable? Actionable. Able to be acted on. Capable of being carried out or performed. What makes a goal actionable? Breaking down large goals. Dividing a big objective into smaller, more manageable parts. Why is breaking down large goals important for momentum? Manageable steps. Small, achievable stages within a larger plan. How do manageable steps reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed? Milestones. Significant stages or events in the development of something. Why is it important to recognize milestones when pursuing a long-term goal? Chunking. The process of breaking down a large piece of information into smaller, more manageable chunks. Applied here to tasks/goals. How does chunking help with complex projects or goals? Maintain momentum. To keep moving forward or progressing. How does achieving small milestones help to maintain momentum? Short-term versus long-term goals. Objectives to be achieved in the near future versus objectives to be achieved over an extended period. What is the relationship between short-term versus long-term goals in a career plan? Stepping stones. A means of progressing from one stage to another. How are short-term goals often described as stepping stones? Feed into each other to contribute to or become part of something else. How should short-term goals feed into long-term goals? Reviewing progress. Regularly checking how much progress has been made towards a goal. Why is reviewing progress essential for staying on track? Visualization. The process of forming a mental image of something. Mentally rehearsing success. How can visualization aid in goal achievement? A mental blueprint. A detailed plan or design that serves as a model for something. How can visualization create a mental blueprint for success? Setbacks/unexpected obstacles. reversals or difficulties encountered/unforeseen challenges. Oh, how do you handle setbacks or unexpected obstacles when pursuing a goal? A. Derailed, diverted from its intended course. Oh, how can unexpected problems make you feel derailed from your goals? Flexibility and adaptation. The ability to adjust plans or strategies in response to changing circumstances. Oh, why are flexibility and adaptation crucial in goal setting? A lack of accountability. Not being held responsible or answerable for actions or results. Oh, how can a lack of accountability hinder goal achievement? External accountability. Being answerable to someone outside yourself, e.g., a friend, mentor, group. Oh, how can external accountability be a game changer for goal setting? Internal commitment. A personal promise or dedication to oneself. Oh, what is the difference between external accountability and internal commitment? A game changer. An event, idea, or procedure that affects a significant shift in the current way of doing or thinking about something. Oh, why can sharing goals with a mentor be a game changer? Celebrate milestones. To acknowledge and mark the achievement of significant stages. Oh, why is it important to celebrate milestones? Long haul. A long period of time. Oh, what strategies help you stay motivated over the long haul for ambitious goals? Revisiting your why. Reaffirming the core reasons or motivations behind your goals. Oh, why is revisiting your why important for sustained motivation? Self-compassion. Kindness and understanding toward oneself, especially when facing difficulties. Oh, how does self-compassion support goal achievement, especially after setbacks? Self-direction. The ability to guide one's own actions and make one's own decisions. Oh, how does setting goals contribute to self-direction? Part 2. Reflecting on your goal-setting habits. Think about your own experiences with setting goals, past or present. Answer the following questions. What is one significant personal or professional goal you have set and successfully achieved? What made it a success? What is one goal you set but didn't achieve? What do you think were the main reasons for falling short? Do you typically use a specific framework like SMART goals when you set objectives, or is your approach more intuitive? How do you keep yourself motivated to work towards long-term goals, especially when progress seems slow? How do you handle setbacks or unexpected changes that affect your goals? Do you adapt or do you tend to give up? What role does accountability play in your goal-setting process? Do you share your goals with others? Looking back, what is one major lesson you've learned about effective goal setting? What is one new strategy or approach to goal setting that you would like to try after this discussion? What advice would you give to someone who is struggling to set clear and meaningful goals for themselves? Part 3. Practicing phrases for discussing goals. Imagine you are talking to a colleague in English about a new goal you've set. Practice using the following phrases in your conversation. I'm really focused on setting some clear goals for the next quarter. My main objective is to achieve specific outcome by deadline. I'm trying to make sure it's a SMART goal. I've started by breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps. I'm also clarifying my why for this goal to stay motivated. I'm planning to review my progress every 2 weeks. Do you have any tips for staying accountable? I'm hoping to celebrate milestones along the way to keep momentum. It feels a bit daunting, but I'm excited about the challenge. Practice incorporating these phrases naturally into your explanation of the situation and your feelings about it. Part 4. Role-playing a scenario about project goal setting. Imagine you and a colleague are collaborating on a new project and need to set its initial goals. Take turns suggesting project goals and discussing how to make them SMART and actionable. Use phrases like, what if we set a goal to increase customer satisfaction by 15% within the next 6 months? Another option could be to launch the new software feature by the end of Q3. I think the benefit of that would be that it's very measurable. However, a potential drawback might be that it's quite ambitious given our current resources. Have you considered making this goal more specific by outlining the exact customer feedback metrics we'll use? That's an interesting idea. How would that help us track progress more effectively? I'm not sure if that timeline is truly achievable without additional team members. Perhaps we could also set a goal for team skill development related to this project? What do you think should be our top priority goal for this project? Practice this dialogue, focusing on collaborative goal setting and respectful communication. Narrator. The ability to effectively set and pursue goals is not an innate talent, but a skill that can be meticulously developed and continuously refined. As Daniel and Olivia so thoughtfully illustrated, from clarifying our deepest motivations to implementing structured frameworks and embracing adaptability, every aspect contributes to transforming aspirations into tangible achievements. By embracing goal setting as an ongoing journey of learning and growth, we can unlock our full potential and navigate our lives with purpose and direction. Thank you for joining the English Learning Podcast today. We hope this episode has provided you with valuable language and practical insights for mastering the art of setting goals. We'll be back soon with more engaging conversations to support your English learning journey. Until then, remember that the clearest path to success begins with a well-defined goal.